She said, "Call me one panda." Okay, and you're here, of course, with Tony Banks, and this is your 10 seconds with Toxic Tony. Okay, so let's go real quick. Hosted by, of course, Tony Banks, Ring Lights, and Black Ink Radio. Shout out, shout out. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. A couple little hot topics. No windy shit.
No windy shit.
No windy shit. Wendy went crazy.
And passed out.
Man, what happened with Wendy? Karma is a mug.
She in love with the cocoa.
It came back.
Just give me one moment, y'all. I'm getting y'all. What you want to play the first video first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind. You know what I wouldn't mind being if I had the ability to be an object. I wouldn't mind being Wendy Williams, like the mannequin that you put the wigs on.
Why?
I just want to see all the shit that go down. I just want to see what the fuck goes down when that bitch just had enough.
Take this wig hack off of
Get
me.
this fucking wig off. What's her ex-husband's name? Terry or
No, not Terry. What's his name?
it's something. It's crazy.
Would you like to introduce the video?
Yes, of course, of course. Nah, I have to see it first.
Okay, just give me one moment.
Just play it.
Let's get it played. And what's going on? Just one moment. Y'all keep on talking.
Yeah.
Kevin.
Kevin. Kevin. Oh my gosh, she's always talking. Wendy was always talking about Kevin.
She was in love with that man until he started buying other bitches' cars with her money. Okay.
I just got this like this visual in my head of Wendy leaving the house and like all these people being in her house and she know damn well. You got maids, you got trainers, you got any and everybody. I can't imagine.
Yeah,
I can't imagine her thinking that she was in a monogamous relationship. Damn, we cute.
It should be coming on over. So that's the video that I have that you sent me. Did you want me to play it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just 1 second.
Black Ink Radio. Shout out.
More than 24 YSL members and associates are charged with dozens of crimes dating back to 2012 when the gang was allegedly founded.
Give me some McDonald's. When you come back, I might remember something. Give me some McDonald's. When you come back, I might remember something. Can you do that?
Oh yeah. Big Mac, fries, Coke.
Yeah.
Done.
More than 24 YSL members and associates are charged with dozens of crimes dating back to 2012 when the gang was allegedly founded. From 2015, aggravated assault charges for the shooting of rapper Lil Wayne's tour bus. Later that year, a 27-year-old man was killed and a 14-year-old was shot during the same incident near the Castleberry Hill neighborhood. 5 YSL associates are charged with the man's murder. From 20
Got a couple of things going down in Atlanta, man. Got a couple of things going down in Atlanta. Atlanta has definitely wilded out, and I don't mean Nick Cannon. So
What does YSL mean?
YSL.
Saint Laurent.
No.
No, they're not referring to that here.
No. You Saint Laurent? No. Ooh, that. Don't put that on here. Everybody gonna go crazy.
They not gonna.
We the only ones that don't know. But
Not in the street game.
YSL. I know it's slime. I know it's slime.
So Young Money something? Maybe?
Yeah. I can't tell you.
Okay.
But either way, we have Young Thug, prominent, very prominent, multi-platinum hit, multi-millionaire Young Thug and his great friend Gunna.
Now Young Thug is from Atlanta, yes?
I believe so. Yeah, he's from like the worst part of Atlanta too. He is, but he came up. But him and his friend Gunna, They have both received the RICO charges, not federal but state. That means our DA is going after them herself with state charges and putting RICO on them. And RICO is racketeering and pretty much moving and acting as a mob. So,
okay.
Yeah, so she's giving them some really, really serious charges, and we really hope they get out of that. But the main thing that I noticed is everybody's trolling them, everybody's saying different stuff. But I one thing that particularly caught my eye was 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine trolling them, and I'm wondering why is 6ix9ine trolling Young Thug and Gunna and posting Gunna in a movie pretending as if he's snitching. Like, what is to that? Because we all know what 69 did.
So he's implying that they're one and the same.
It appears because he's saying, yo, those dudes, they're not ready for their jail life, so you better get ready. So the thing is, a millionaire going in the prison system, I can't see them legitimately, holding all their weight like that. But at the same time,
money talks.
Damn.
Bullshit walk.
Damn. Mm-hmm. I hope not. Gonna let it be just like the movie, not like the movie.
Money talks. If they got the money, they'll be all right.
Definitely.
Mm-hmm. But it's not like that. You can't pay your way out of a RICO charge.
No.
If they want you, that means they want you.
No. That won't help you from going to jail. If that's where you're going, that's where you're going. I'm talking about the duration of being locked up. They'll be fine.
How so?
They have money.
Well, that's the thing. They take away the money once every day. The money gets frozen. Does it not?
Well, I would say from what I know, just watching TV and movies, if they're strategic in their finances and they're entertaining.
How could they be if they got caught like that? You see what I'm saying?
No, I understand. I'm not saying they're the smartest. Being strategic and being smart aren't synonymous, so they're not one and the same. You can be on some shit where you don't really know what you should be doing and you tap into some shit you're not familiar with, you don't know how to handle yourself. But if you're strategic in your finances and you have people employed that know how to help you navigate on how to apply your finances, you'll have shit that the feds can't touch, right?
It's not the feds again. It's the state. So it's a different organization this time. And the DA, she seems quite happy that she's finally got her suspects. They say
well,
that
if you can do the time, do not do the crime.
Absolutely, I know that all too well for sure.
Yeah, so we're praying for everybody, praying for Thug, the whole YS. Oh yeah, and there's a few things that happened recently. That's why I said I would like to pray for him. His baby, the mother of his child just passed away.
I heard about that.
Yeah, she just got killed in
that's sad.
Yeah, somebody shot her in I believe a metropolitan skating ring over nothing. Nothing at all. So, and then one of his young YSL members just today died. So it's a lot going on, and it's just it's really sad. But hey, shout out to the YSL family and our prayers to you, man. We hate to see anybody go out like that.
Right.
Absolutely.
But 6ix9ine, hey, stop trolling. Stop trolling. Leave that to 50. Leave that to 50.
He's the best.
Even 50 not touching that. 50 if you go to his Instagram right now, it says he does not like RICO. He does not like the word RICO.
I saw that video.
Yeah, so. And he specifically stated, coincidentally, 50 in that video stated that what I'm talking about is not real. So do not come back and try to charge me for anything that I'm saying in this song. So, yeah, let's shoot the next one.
You ready for the next one? Okay,
yes,
the next one
ma'am.
is just a picture, it looks like. Let me go ahead and switch up the screen. It'll be popping up in like 5 seconds.
ATL.
Oh.
If that ain't ATL right there.
Oh.
If that's not ATL. And this is the new Calvin Klein advertisement.
This shit is wild.
And they not only They not only put this up, but guess what day this one dropped right here, guys? Guess what day this? Yes, ma'am.
On
Certainly
Mother's
did.
Day?
He's pregnant.
Certainly did.
Stop.
He's pregnant on Mother's Day. He's transgender.
Oh, so that's a woman that used to.
That's a trans man.
That's a trans
Okay.
So
man.
born a woman.
Born a woman
with his uterus.
Okay. Oh, that's
everything.
interesting.
Yeah, of course.
Which doesn't involve science that much, other than the hormones of.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? The
Gotcha.
hormones of testosterone that she's
Gotcha.
taken, right?
Gotcha.
So
That's interesting.
But I recently read an article about in India, a trans woman means born a man, right? Transition into a woman.
Mm-hmm.
They did a uterine transplant.
Oh.
So to put a uterus.
I read that today.
Yeah,
I
to
read
put
that
a
today.
uterus in
Very
someone born a man.
interesting. That's very interesting.
So when I brought this up, people were like, "Well, where is the baby going to come out of?" Of course, it has to be a C-section, right?
Like, have y'all not seen Junior before?
Thank you.
I haven't.
It has to be a
You never
C-section.
seen Junior?
Never.
That's old.
Never.
Arnold Schwarzenegger when he was pregnant as a man.
Oh yeah, that's so. With the midget.
Yeah.
No,
You can't say
with a
midget.
little person. I'm sorry.
Yes.
My bad. No, some of my best friends are little people. You wouldn't
Yeah.
believe. I swear to God.
I believe it.
You remember the devil on Hell Date?
Yes.
It's my baby.
Oh,
It's my
okay.
boy.
I used to watch that.
It's my boy.
Okay.
But
I turned it back. Did you want me to turn it
no,
back?
no. This is good. Pregnant men in 2022.
Yeah, that's
That's a lot. That's a lot to swallow.
Right.
because it's like having children and having your sexual preference is harder to explain, to a child on men dating men, women dating women, and heterosexualness, a woman and a man. So to explain like, oh, okay, that is a transgender man or woman that is now carrying a baby but looks like a guy, that's like really confusing even more to the adolescent's mind of like, sexuality.
Even more than confusing, like why? Like why?
Yeah, that's
Being a
very-
woman, being someone who
and
has
that-
actually
yes,
carried a child
yes.
and
It kind
birthed
of
a child,
takes
right?
away from like
Right, women
your-
are amazing. The things that our
women.
bodies can do are amazing. Not only are women still not the most respected and protected, so to have the male species infiltrate that female lane,
That's a good point.
you know what I'm
That's a
saying,
good
that
point.
female lane, for me, it's a personal thing. Like, what our bodies can do is amazing, right? So, sexuality, I don't feel like it's the same, it goes in the same box as men wanting to bear children.
Yeah.
I just really don't. So,
Yeah.
I have my opinions about it, not to offend anyone, but from a woman.
I don't not to interrupt you, but I myself, a big part of the LGBT community, I don't understand the ways, and
Yes.
I'm so out of
Yes.
character for that. Like I'm
Yes.
supposed to be the main
Yes.
one. Like no, Dwayne Wade
Advocating for it.
Yes,
but,
of course, me. That's my civil right. That's on my side, but I don't understand it, and it's not the part about his daughter wanting to be a young lady. It's not that. It's the mere fact that they just recently posted the kids kissing, and her
I did
kissing her
see
girlfriend,
that. Yep.
her boyfriend. I'm sorry, and maybe I'm too traditional, but that's too damn young. Like, don't try and shove shit down my throat. I don't, not meaning to curse, but don't try and shove anything down my throat. It feels like you're force feeding me. It feels like you're force feeding me LGBT, and I'm born like this. I'm gay, like as well as his kid. But I don't understand why it has to be pronounced and why you're looking to show it and why does it have to be so social and why do I have to see it on the media. I'm not saying I need to unfollow somebody or it's it's doing anything specific to me. I just don't understand the kids having to find love so quickly out there instead of just finding it right here, within the home. I just don't understand that. That's it.
Okay, so I differ. My opinion differs a little bit from yours. I don't feel like it's being force fed. What I feel like it is, straight up, is, and I do mean to curse, it's bullshit and it's exploitation of a child. Even if it was a daughter of mine, right, born a female, living as a female, that age is too young to be wearing a crop top. That age is too young for acrylic nails. That age is too young to be kissing online.
Absolutely.
All of that is too young. I feel like the parents, D. Wade and Gabrielle Union, are exploiting this child because the public doesn't need to see all of that. If that's something that goes on and you guys allow, why exploit the child on that and then want to go online and get upset that the child is being bashed when really it's your parenthood that's being bashed? The sexuality part, we're in 2022. So sexuality is almost a very minute part of that. I think the exploitation of a child is the bigger issue for me as a parent and as a woman and as a part of the LGBT community.
Absolutely.
But why would you feel like they would be exploiting their own child?
Because this child is young. I'm not saying kids don't know their sexual orientation when they're young, but I'm saying this is somebody who is transitioning from being recognized as a young boy to a young woman. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of levels to that. And every child doesn't need therapy. Who you are is who you are. So I'm not an advocate for that. If a child is confused about who they are, they need therapy. But why put that in the public's hand to ridicule? Kids are going to be online.
But why? But how old is she?
I think 13. Is it 13?
Yeah.
Okay, at 13, I'm gonna be completely honest. At 13, I didn't know which socks I was putting on the next day. I didn't know anything about who I was to become, who I was. Now, as an adult, I can look back and say I was that kid, but I couldn't imagine looking forward and saying I would like to anything more than a career, and that has changed so much from a teenager to a young adult to now. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't know. That's why I said it feels like they're force feeding because I don't have to know all of that, nor does anyone else.
I think the mental space, they need to let her acclimate to who she is and accept fully who she is, because there's a difference between a celebrity kid and a regular kid, right? Mm-hmm. There's a big difference. So for a celebrity kid, it's easy. You have the money, you have the cloud, you have all of this, you have the publicity and stuff like that. So people are going to be super protective because you're a kid already in the public eye, versus I don't want to say normal, versus a kid that's not in the public eye per se, right?
Right.
It's a different experience. It's more realistic. Right now, Zaya has to deal with the social media world bashing, having their opinions and all of that. But that's something that the parents have invited in, and how they cover it up is we're accepting of our child. We let our child be our child. A kid that young wearing crop tops and posing in crop tops and having acrylic nails and playing kissy face with their white trans partner that's not in the realms of a child.
It's not. You're not getting a chance to actually be.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what we saw with Michael Jackson and all the early entertainers. So now, 2022, hey.
Look how Prince was.
It's a new kid. Yeah.
But I heard Prince was dicking them down, though.
I heard that, too. No, for real. But I have a hard time believing that.
I believe it. I absolutely believe it.
What do you mean, look at Prince? Like, what do you mean?
Just the cross-dressing and like the whole...
But I thought he was straight.
His feminine ways, he is.
He is straight. He's not gay.
No.
Okay.
But Prince got more pussy than he could shake a stick at.
No,
like, Prince got
real.
to it.
But like as a kid, like I was confused. I didn't know whether...
As a kid.
Yeah,
from a kid
that's
perspective.
what I'm saying. From like a kid perspective, like growing up just looking at it, you just don't know how to really accept it.
Right.
So imagine that on steroids.
Right.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah. So let's go to the next clip, if you don't mind.
Okay, just give me 1 second. Y'all keep on having y'all conversation.
Man, that's pretty crazy. It's
so
a new world.
If you were a parent, right, your child comes to you at the age of 9, like, I feel like I'm trapped in the wrong body.
I would have to see a psychiatrist. I would have to
You
see
personally?
a therapist. Yeah, I would have to see a therapist. I would want the child and I to go together, but I would have to go in initially to see where I am and to bring me down to balance, and then, you know, we can come together, and then we can make steps based upon. And it sounds crazy, but based upon what the therapist says.
That doesn't sound crazy because
No,
I
that
think a
sounds
lot of
legit.
people need
That
to take that
sounds
approach.
no, seriously, that sounds like a real logical answer
Yeah.
because honestly, that's like how do you react to a whole child telling you I am in the wrong body? Like I feel like I want to be a girl and not a boy.
One of my clients, believe it or not, a grandmother, she gave me the coldest look one day when I was cutting her son's hair, and I was like, "He's different, huh?" And I was just speaking out of term. I didn't mean anything by it. I think we were talking, and he said something that was highly intellectual. So I said, "He's different, huh?" And she says, "You don't know how much different how much different he really is." And I said, "How so? What do you mean?" And she said that she has caught him in the bathroom, literally trying to pull his penis off, saying that he does not want it. This was years ago. So when you say that people aren't born a certain way or whatever, that's why it's so hard for the conversation to be had, because every single person is different. Yeah. But we're ready for the next one.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right.
Get your 10 seconds with Toxic Toni and Panda and C up in here, baby.
Whenever you're in trouble, Jamie Foxx will show up in a sheriff's hat.
I'm gonna start it off.
Thank you. You read my mind.
I was never much of a big Dave Chappelle fan based on the show. Like, the show was funny, but I wasn't one of those followers. Like, I watched every episode of it. The episodes I did catch, it took me a minute. His sense of humor is different from what I'm used to, right? But the more I paid attention to Dave Chappelle gets very deep, and Dave Chappelle is definitely a martyr of our time as far as speaking up for Black people, hitting on notes, and really being an international voice that brings a lot of things to the forefront for people in general, people as a race, not just, I'm not gonna just simplify it to Black people, because let's be honest, I've always had the opinion that you can't be pro-Black and marry outside your race, which he did. So
Dang,
I say
that's
that
pretty heavy right there.
Yeah, I say that to say I'm a Dave Chappelle fan from the depth of Dave Chappelle, not just the surface of his comedy, if that makes sense. On his last special is when he really gained me as a fan, when it was more specific about the transgender. He put it into perspective to make you feel it, because social media is such a big thing. Cancel culture is such a big thing. So he really brought that to the forefront to make people think about it on a different level, which I appreciated a lot.
Stimulated the mind by education.
Absolutely. It really made people stand outside of what their view was, regardless of your sexual orientation. Step outside of who you were and really look at it from a different perspective.
That's what he tried to make it seem like.
What's your viewpoint?
Real, like, POV over here, baby. Like, real talk. You're not gonna see it right there, but as soon as they got finished beating the living shit out of that man, he went back over there, grabbed the mic, he said, "That was a trans."
He's a comedian.
The man is over there dying.
The man. Wait, no. We have to. No. That's
He's
not fair.
over there getting.
But we have to. That man has to take accountability. What did you think was going to? Okay, I get that.
Well, what's the joke? Who's the joke on
at
that point?
The joke is that people, when Dave Chappelle did his last special, people are on his neck about trans.
I got it.
As a comedian, Their job is to spin shit and make it funny.
But
So what he did, I don't think he was taking a shot at the community. What I think he took the opportunity to take something that people just put him under this bubble. He took the opportunity as a comedian, as a profession. He's going to use that.
Okay, we're okay. This is what I'm saying. In the special, he spoke about bebopping a stud's head every time she looked at him. It was a stud that he was beating up.
Mm-hmm.
It was a stud. He was beating her ass. You don't remember that joke?
I do remember that joke.
Yeah. So the other joke about the transgender when he's educating the community is about his white transgender comedian friend
that passed away or killed herself.
That passed away, God rest her soul. So I'm like, hey, why is it always like it's a stigma. It's a stigma. It's the same machismo, macho man stigma. I will beat a stud's ass, but I'm cool over here with this trans, or so he said.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe anything because as soon as the man got off of him, he said, that was a trans. Why is the joke always on us? I'm not a trans.
Right.
But they're in our clan, LGBT. So I don't understand the camaraderie, because what it sounds like is that sooner or later it's coming to the point where a stud is gonna get her ass beat and he's gonna be somewhere in the vicinity and he's not gonna care.
I don't know him personally, so I can't say whether he'll care or not. But my other question, and I don't want to go back to Obama's presidency and whose rights mean more than black people's rights, but we're not going to dig there. But why don't we jump up and down when our own people make jokes like that about black people?
Facts.
When was the last one? Tell me.
What comedian do you know that don't make jokes about black people on any set that they do, any special that they do? We don't jump up and down about that. It's cool. We don't jump up and down about how they label black women, how they speak about black women, what they call black women. But the minute we say something about LGBT, the entire nation is in an uproar. I'm a black woman first.
Right.
Before I'm a lesbian.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you're going to jump up and down about that, I need you to first be on point and jump up and down about anybody saying anything negative and beating down a black woman.
That's
before you go to
said.
beating down, somebody's sexual orientation. I'm not saying that that's less than, but I'm saying if you're going to jump up and down and be an advocate for this, you have to first be an advocate for that.
Yeah. But the joke is still against a black stud. Like I'm still
but you're
listening
still
to
a
your
woman
rhetoric.
though. So when they say that shit about black women, do you have this opinion?
Of course. What?
Are you vocal about it on a platform such as this?
I have to speak up for the one that
Are
gets
you
beat
vocal
up the
about
most.
that on a platform such as
The
this?
one that gets beat up the most is the stud.
No, the one that gets beat up the most is black women.
I mean, they see me and they're like, "Hey, her sir."
Wait a minute.
Call the police now.
Did this take a turn to talk about, like, I don't think that, I think this is, I don't think we're making this about you.
I'm staying on topic. She's being up. So clearly she took a personal hit to
Definitely a hit dog always holler.
We're going to take our feelings out of this. We're going to take our feelings out of this.
Holler into the moon.
Toni.
Yeah, but
my statement is my statement, and
No.
I'm not changing.
Very well understood.
You
Very-
said what you
very
said.
well
Stand
taken,
on
too.
it.
And we're gonna continue this next time.
Okay.
On 10 Seconds with Toxic Toni and Panda. Okay, right here, Black Ink Radio. Thanks everybody that tuned in. Check us out next time. And yeah, it was kind of dope. I kind of like this. Yeah, you dope. Smart.
Thank you.
Great
Thank you.
choice on my part again.
Thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, tune in next time, guys. Black Ink Radio. Check us out. Download the app.
Download the app.
Yes, sir.
Download
One
the app.
out.